Look at that. I started this shebang and my microphone wasn't even turned on. So we will do this again. Hello, everybody. Popcorn and whiskey. I'm Andrew. Special Friday night edition. That's right. And so let me do my usual stuff here. As we get it going, right here. Okay, this one's no longer going to be pinned. All right, hold on a second. Hold on a second. I didn't know I can do this. Okay, now I'm live. Okay. All right, my post has been unpinned. Do this to the public. I save this over here. Okay, and I can come over here and I can post this here. Boom, boom. Post that there. Come back over to. Okay, so I think I am live now. I hope I am. I hope everybody can hear me. I guess I should try this the old-fashioned way. Let's see if I do this. Yeah. Okay. All right. So those who are new to the program, new to the show, first of all, thank you for being here. I just noticed something. I don't think I have. Hello, hello. I would assume people can hear me, but I'm looking at my mixer. I think I'm loud enough. But anyway, let's start this shebang off like it needs to be shebanged. Hello, here we go. Popcorn and whiskey. Tonight we have some. Let's just call it grape juice. All right, we'll just leave it at that. It's actually pretty good. It's been soaking for, let's just say, at least a decade. I'm giving it that. It's been soaking for a while. All right. For those who ask, because I know I'll get asked after the show is done and somebody watches the replay. What I'm drinking is, we'll just call it spirits, but the spirits have been mixed in with a jar full of cherries for at least a decade. And when I say cherries, I mean like the cherries you pick on the tree and the cherries, and with the pits and everything. Yep, it's good. That's what it's there for. And I brought it out a few weeks ago for those who joined the show, but I got it out again tonight. Different flavor altogether. And I don't know if I could market that or not. It would be great if I could. It's an acquired taste. It's in the cherries that have been soaked in. Yeah, they are alcohol rich. That's for certain. I'm guessing this is every bit of, 60, 70 proof at least, if not more. But anyway, that's the way it goes. So, all right, what are we going to talk about this evening? Gee whiz, there's all kinds of stuff. Oh, hey, I got my Dale Earnhardt Jr. shirt on. Let me move this out of the way. See, look at that. This is from several years ago, and just by chance, Bristol was on tonight. It's Bristol, baby. If you're a NASCAR fan, you know what that's all about. Bristol tonight was the Xfinity race for Bristol, and it was actually pretty good. I was flipping between that and SmackDown. The Rock came back on SmackDown. You had John Cena on there. A lot of stuff going on with SmackDown, and it was pretty good. But the Bristol race, and the why I bring that up is because Dale Earnhardt Jr. actually drove a car, I should say, for those who aren't NASCAR fans, don't understand the lingo. He drove a NASCAR, an Xfinity car in the Bristol race, and he was leading for a long time. And I don't know exactly what happened. All I know is I turned it to SmackDown, I turned it back, and Junior was in the pits, and something was on fire. He wasn't even in his own pit. He stopped at somebody else's pit because something was on fire. I haven't got all the scoop yet, so I have to go research that and see what that was all about. But for all my NASCAR fans, tomorrow night, the big dogs played. It's NASCAR, baby. It's Bristol tomorrow night. The night race at Bristol. Ooh, that's something. And I just found out as well that they are finally taking that dirt stuff off of Bristol and making it back to a regular asphalt or concrete track next year, and not the dirt track. Okay, so there you go. All right. So anyway, so what has been going on? A lot has been going on. If you've been following my top fitness strategies, wow, is it taking off in a good way? And The videos are doing great. I'm getting more and more requests for doing interviews, which will be starting up next week. I got another interview scheduled next week, so it'll be coming up. So that's great. I have a fundraiser that I do. If somebody is looking to, I shouldn't say a fundraiser that I do. I'm looking to help people who are doing fundraisers. I have a presentation. You can take anywhere from a half hour to an hour, depends on the situation. Where I talk about health and fitness is only I can talk about it in a unique way, and it's a fun presentation, and it's a good time. It's a real easy fundraiser for anybody out there that's needing one, whether it's a club, an organization, school classes. I know they're always looking for fundraisers. I'd be more than happy to sit down and talk to you more in depth about it. And it's very easy on your part, very easy on my part, very little setup involved, and I think we can make some money with it. So if you're looking for a fundraiser, let me help you out on that one. Okay, something else I got going on, and I will put this on the screen a little bit. There you go, Transact card. Now banking changes forever. I'm not going to go through a whole presentation. If you look on my page, you'll see it. But wow, is this thing exciting? This is a brand new bank card. Now, some people call it a debit card, some people call it a credit card. It is basically it can be either. All right, we'll just leave it at that. It can be either. Um, even though the everything says it's about it, it says it's a debit card, but it all depends on where you're using it. But I'm not even going to go into it that way. But what this thing does, it's unique. It is a fully FDIC insured Visa card. Keep that in mind. It is a Visa card. You can get this card, no credit check, because it is a prepaid Visa card, so to speak. But here's the unique thing about it. As you can see some of the things there, you double your buying power. And what do I mean by double your buying power? Holy crap. This is where the thing comes into play. If you have a current credit card, whatever card that would be, MasterCard, Visa, American Express, whatever. Some cards give you cash back. I see it advertised on television all the time. Some cards give you points. You can get what's it called? Hey, what's up, Will? Missed you today, buddy. What's up? So yeah, some cards give you points. Some cards give you cash back. You can get airline miles. You can get cruise ship points and stuff of that sort. Here's what you got with the airline miles. You got to get like a gazillion dollars you spend to get the airline miles to go, halfway across the country, which is fine if that's what you want to do. You want to get cash back on your card, you use it, that's great. You spend $1,000 on your card, which most people do in a month. It's below the national average, believe it or not. I think the national average like 250, $2,500 or $3,000 a month on your credit card alone. So let's say you spend $1,000, and I use these round numbers because I know my tens table pretty good. Get these round numbers. You spend $1,000, and let's say you get 30%. Excuse me, 3%. Let's say you get 5% back. So that's $50 back in your pocket, and you can use that to buy something, right? Absolutely. With the Transact card, you spend $1,000 on the card. You will get $1,000 in buying power. So what do I mean by buying power? Again, I'm not going to go through the whole presentation, but this buying power is called Z-Bucks. And you use Z-Bucks inside the ecosystem of the card. Think of Amazon when you think about this, because it has its own online store where you can use the Z-Bucks. So let's say you're looking at a pair of shoes, and I'm going to say shoes because my buddy Will's on here and he deals with shoes. He's a shoe guy. So let's say you deal with shoes. You buy, and you're looking at a pair of shoes that cost $100. I don't know what shoes cost, but let's say $100. Whether you go to Amazon, whether you go to the sporting goods store, whether you go to the company direct, they're going to cost you $100. Let's just say that. The same pair of shoes, you go to the Z store, use your Z-Bucks. You can use your Z-Bucks to buy down the shoe. So let's say you use 25 Z-Bucks to buy down the shoe. Then you're only paying $75 for the same shoe. That's how Z-Bucks work. So your the money that you currently spend anyway, you're just reallocating it in a position where you can buy more stuff. My goal this year is to buy all my Christmas presents with the Z bucks I've been accumulating. That's basically it. Will says that's about right with the shoes. So there you go. That's what the credit card. That's what the yeah, it's literally free money because you're exactly right, Will. It's free money. You are already spending the money. You're not changing your buying habits. You're not buying anything you don't need. You're not buying extra vitamin pills and nothing against that. But if that's what you market, great. You're not buying dishwashing soap. You're not doing anything extra. You're just doing what you usually do. You're buying what you usually buy. You use your card for what you usually do. You're not changing your lifestyle whatsoever. The difference is you're getting these e-bucks. And what's in it for the company? That's a whole different presentation. I'm not going to get into it there, but that's what it's all about. Okay. So if anybody asks what the card is, tell them to contact me and I will get them all hooked up. All right. So there you go. Cheers. All right. So I've been promoting that pretty good. And here's the deal with the card. I will tell you right now, because we're in a promotional state, we being the Transact community, Transact card community, which I am part of. I am an independent business owner, so I run my digital branch office from my home. Because we're in a launch period right now, you get the card, $25, the card. That's for life. Most credit cards you have to pay an annual fee for, right? Right? This card, $25 for life. And to get it, they're starting you off with 500 Z bucks. And every year on your anniversary date, they're going to drop another 500 Z bucks just to say thank you for being part of the community, being part of the ecosystem. This is changing the way banking is done. Will says you like the hat. You like the hat? Absolutely. My Italian racing hat. There you go. Absolutely. So there you go. I can hound on this all night long, but I won't. You guys get if you've heard me, if you're watching me, you know what's going on. You understand it at this point. Highly suggest it. Matter of fact, here I'll tell you what. I will put the link in here right now so you can go check it out. All right, hold on. Wait a second here. Let me do that. Okay. Transact card. Let's go to www.andrewpoletto.com. Card. There. Check out that site. Oh, I also got to type it in over here because it's different over here. All right, here. Because Facebook is just weird. Transact card. AndrewPoletto.com. Card. You know, while I'm at it, I'm going to address this because it came up and which I'm still trying to figure this one out. I don't get it. Somebody says, well, what's the catch? There's no catch. If you feel there's a catch, well, first of all, I haven't found a catch yet for it. If you want to get in the business part of things, it's a whole different thing we'll talk about. I'm just talking about a card. If you have a card anyway, all right, I'll ask you, what was the catch with getting your card? What did you have to pay to get your card? Most cards are not for free. I look at Allegiant card. Allegiant is an airline, if you didn't know, and I fly Allegiant quite a bit. So I was looking at getting their card because you get so many miles and for their points for their airline miles. Their card was $75 a year. A year. Okay. This is $25 for a lifetime. And speaking of travel, there is going to be travel with the Z-Bucks as well. Well, the catch is free money, no catch at all. Dude, we need to talk, man. I'm telling you, let's get you on the stick. We got to get you going here. I hope you're doing all right. Missed you today. Didn't see you. And for those watching, and I'm not going to get into details of how Will and I know each other, but he's a good guy, and we just missed each other today, and one of those kind of things. So hope you're doing okay, buddy. Over there in Sandcut, Indiana, and I'm in Clinton, Indiana, for those who don't know. Oh, speaking of Clinton, Indiana, this is funny. I hope let's see. You had to go to Indy and handle some stuff. Well, I hope everything worked out for you. So about a week ago, maybe a little more than a week ago, I get friends requests all the time on Facebook. I just do. I don't know if anybody else does it or not. Maybe because I'm on so many different boards and I comment on so many different things. A lot of it is girls dressed in scantily clad stuff want you to go to their OnlyFans or whatever. So I get it. I usually don't respond to those. One girl, I'm not even going to bother telling you her name, wasn't like that. More of a classy, which I'm still thinking it's okay. There's a catch to it, but what the heck? It's fun to correspond with them. Well, she's been writing me almost every day. Had to do a shoe pickup. Oh, okay, good for you, Will. So this chick has been corresponding with me every day. She writes me every day, and she claims she's from France but living in New York. And if she's watching right now, well, sorry, but she's trying to get me involved with crypto stuff, which is fine. I have nothing against crypto. It's just not my style right now. I'm not doing anything with crypto. But it's funny because I told her, well, let's talk via this StreamYard platform a couple times. That she's kind of skittish about it, but yeah. So that leads me to believe right there, oh, something's going on. But maybe it was. But the whole part of when I mentioned Sandcut. Here's the funny part. She says, so I guess she went to my profile, which is open to the public. She says, I see you live in Clinton, USA. And I'm like, yep. She goes, well, when I visit Clinton, do you think we can have dinner or something? Like I said, absolutely. When you visit Clinton, we'll go to dinner. She never asked where Clinton was or anything. She says, Clinton, USA. I'm like, yeah, I live in Clinton, USA. It's exactly where I live. So. I had another one the other day. Text me out of the blue. Says that they're in town and they're wanting their avocado pickup and wondering when I can get it to them. I told them, name the time and the place, and we'll meet you there at the avocado pickup. And they said, they said, how about 3:00? I said, great, we'll just go through our usual place. I know nothing about. Are you invited? Absolutely, you're invited. Will, you're invited anytime, buddy. You want to go meet this chick with me? Absolutely, you're invited. So this person wants avocados. I said, yeah, well, I'll meet you in the usual place. I have no idea who this person is, but they're texting me out of the blue. So I said, all right, let's get the avocados at a certain place. And then they said, is this Tom? I'm like, no. They said, oh, I must have got the wrong number. I said, well, do you still want the avocados? I got them. Well, they said, where do you live? I said, I live in the same place I always did. I told them. And they're trying to get more information from me. Pretty soon they said they're in outside of LA. And if I close by, I said, I'm a couple hours away. And they said, really? How far? I said, about 26-hour drive. If you want to look at it that way. And they said, oh, this isn't Tommy. I'm like, well, I still have avocados. If you want them, come get them. One of those kind of things. So anyway, it was kind of funny. And what else is happening here? We can talk this stuff all day long. You know, I could talk. I guess we call them spam callers, or somebody who just wants to try to get information. I must get 3 or 4 calls a day, and I love this one. Hello, Mr. Polito. I say yes. And it says, this is the Medicaid calling you. I said, okay, great, fantastic. Then they said, we're calling about your knee or your shoulder or your back. Are you still in pain? Are you not? I'm like, okay, this is great. So I haven't gone for a while. That's right. Always messing with people. That's right. Even with the calls, I get a spam call, I'm going to take it and I put it on speakerphone for everybody around me to listen. Why not? Hey, they got a job to do, right? Might as well let them have fun with it. If I had the time to, why not? Let them practice a little bit. So anyway, so that's going on there. So, hey, is anybody watching football? Not the NFL, but college football. I'm not a big NFL fan. I absolutely love college football if it's a good game. Now, those games where, you have, I don't know, I'm going to say Alabama, when you have like Alabama taking on William and Mary, it's not a fun game. Or like the last 2 games from Notre Dame. Come on now. That wasn't any competition for them. Colorado's the big talk of the town this year with prime time Deion Sanders. They call him Coach Prime. I think that's funny. But my high school football team not doing too good this year, unfortunately. And so I hope they get better. Go Vikings! Come on, guys. I don't know if they won this evening or not. I'm gonna assume no. This is a rebuilding year for them. If you've been following anything, this is a very, very rebuilding year for them. One of those kind of things. So I was talking about my the Top Fitness Strategies channel. A lot of things are happening with that as well. If you haven't been to it, check out the YouTube videos. All I ask, and if you're not in my demographic, don't bother subscribing if you're not going to watch the videos. If you're going to subscribe, watch the videos, because there's something called an algorithm with YouTube, and if you get a whole bunch of subscribers but no one views, it doesn't do well for you. It doesn't promote you. But if you get subscribers and the views to go along, then it promotes you. So I would prefer you watch the video and not subscribe than subscribe and not watch the video. I would prefer you to do both, really. But if you're going to do one or the other, just watch the video. Even if you're not going to watch it, let it play in the background and let it play all the way through. And as soon as a new video comes out, check it out and go there. Okay, one of those kind of things. All right, here. I need batteries in this thing. I'm trying to get some updated scores going on over here as well. Yeah, updated scores, but okay. So I have a picture of, I know I'm just all over the board this evening. Wait a second. You know what? When I change subjects, I should give a toast when I change subjects, because I am all over the board. I think this year marks the 6th year, 7th year, so that'd be 5, 6, 7th or 8th year. Sure wore my hat of St. Joseph's College, my alma mater. It closed its doors, so there's no good there. Which I don't need it at this point, but the folks who are younger than me, a lot younger than me, and if somebody knows the answer to this, please let me know, because I have no clue how this works. If somebody needed to get their college transcripts from a college which is no longer around, how is that done? What do you do? Make them up? You can't make up your college transcript. Well, I guess you can make them up nowadays. I actually know somebody who made up a college at the time report cards, sent letters home with the company with the college letterhead to his parents. He wasn't going to college, and he sent letters home when it was time for the grades to come out. It was a fiasco, and yeah, he told me, he admitted all this to me one night over a couple of brujas. It's like, oh, you got to be kidding me. And he has since become he's working for a company, put it that way, making very good money for a company, but his whole working world has been a lie. Chris, hey Chris, my college closed up. They had another party that maintained the files for mine. Okay. I don't know if St. Joseph's College did that. If they have, I don't know about it. I've never inquired about it either. So it's not a case where they do or they don't. It's a case of I don't know. I would assume they have to have somebody to do that, don't they? I mean, I don't know for certain. Anyway, Chris, did you check out SmackDown? Did you watch the rest of SmackDown? That ending was kind of silly and stupid, if you ask me. And I didn't like the fact that Cena didn't talk at all, and that Grayson, whatever his name is, with the Grayson effect, I don't get it. And of all people to pick, him to be that, trying to be the obnoxious talk show host. It started out with a bang with The Rock and Grayson Waller. Yeah, Grayson Waller. Started out with the bang with The Rock and Austin Theory, who I really don't care for Austin Theory. And I certainly don't care for Pat McAfee. Oh, God. You talk about a talentless guy. Why does he even breathe the same air as a WWE? God, I can't stand that guy. Yeah, I thought The Rock would come back out as well, Chris. I thought for certain he was going to come back out, but he was probably long gone by then on the plane going someplace else away from Denver. So it was pretty cool. You like Pat McAfee? He's comical. I guess I don't see the comedic value of him. I don't see the in ring talent that they keep bringing him back for. I don't see his podcast talents whatsoever. I've tried listening to his podcast a few times. Holy moly, is that it's like nails on a chalkboard. I can't stand that at all. Gee whiz. So I'm sure there are people out there to say the same thing about me, which is fine. I mean, at this point in my career versus his career, he is way more successful than I am. So we'll just leave it at that. I could talk smack about him all day long, and you know what he's going to do about that? I'm like, who? That's all he's going to say is who? 2-0. His dancing 5-0 Shrieking music. That must be. He's dancing to Shakira music. Sold me. Oh God. Oh God. Just dancing to Shakira music. Thank goodness I didn't see that. I don't know what I would have done if I would have saw that. Probably hated him more. You had a typo. All right. Yeah, we all do typos. You have several of these, you're going to have typos as well. Absolutely. Yeah, I'm doing a special edition of Popcorn and Whiskey on Friday night because I don't know if I'm going to be around tomorrow night. There is a benefit dinner / music / party tomorrow night for somebody here in town who is racking up some medical bills, and so they're doing some sort of fundraiser. I don't even know who the person is, honestly, but I think it's a good cause, and it's going to get me out of the house because. And Chris, you know this. When you get our age, let's see. Alexis is working the Holiday Inn tomorrow in Champaign. She said Penn versus U of I. I think Penn State will dominate them. In Champaign, Illinois, so that's good. The U of I is University of Illinois. Yeah. Oh yeah, I'm sure. I'm sure because that's the Big Ten still. I do believe University of Illinois is Big Ten, aren't they? I think so. If it's in Champaign. Champaign or Urbana. Wait, I thought U of I was in Normal. U of I, Illinois University. I don't know where. Yeah, okay. Yeah, U of I, University of Illinois. Okay. Which one is in Normal? Or is it Champaign Normal? Is that it? Okay, maybe that's it. In Illinois. I'm not for certain. Anyway, what was I talking about? Oh yeah. So we got the benefit, and I usually don't go out on weekends, and it's not that I don't want to. I don't mind driving to places and go out and having fun. I just don't want to drive home afterwards. That's all. And nowadays, as much as I love going out singing karaoke, and it's almost creepy for a guy my age going out by himself doing it. All right. And you go out by yourself until you develop friends in places. And around here, I don't go out enough to develop the friends I used to, but all the friends that I developed in the karaoke scene don't do it anymore either. That's a whole different thing. Also, dance wise, I can drive to Indianapolis and go dancing all the time. Yes, if you didn't know, I am a former competitive ballroom and competitive swing dancer. That's right, West Coast swing especially. And a lot of my friends still have dances and go out dancing in Indianapolis. And for me, Indianapolis, you're going to put at least an hour and a half to 2 hour drive one way to get there. And it depends on what side of Indy it is. And most of the dances that I know are on the opposite side of Indy from where I am. So you're probably talking closer to 2 hour drive. Do I really want to drive that coming home? Not really. Not really. So that's one of the reasons I don't go. And a lot of their dances are on a Friday or a Sunday. I don't know why they don't do it on a Saturday. So, but anyway, that's why. But if I do go, maybe I'll shoot some video. I doubt it because I'm so rusty. I haven't danced in so long. I forgot how to do it. Probably have 3 left feet at this point. But I have my dancing shoes and everything. One of those kind of things. So that's why I don't know if I'll be on tomorrow night for the Popcorn and Whiskey. If I do, it'll probably be late. Will, I'm young and I hate doing that drive as well. India's far. Dude, 20 years ago, even 10 years ago when I lived in Florida, I guess that was closer to 15 years ago, I would drive 2 hours, 2.5 hours one way to dance for an hour and a half, and then drive the 2.5 hours back, and I was perfectly fine with it. So don't tell me India's far, because it's not. You hop on the interstate and you go, especially if you're already in Terre Haute. All right, you just hop on I-70 and go. Although I don't know if I would take I-70, especially for a young driver like yourself, very often. Take 40 instead for most of it. I-70 that's a dangerous stretch. Um, well, I'm chilling off that. I just like making money. I'm trying to help you out with that, brother, as we talked before, and we'll talk again over the weekend, maybe. We will get you hooked up. And like I said, I have one of my business partners will be mentoring you, and we discuss why. But if that's the case, we'll get you going really quick. Let's try talking over the weekend sometime, Will, and maybe sometime tomorrow we can meet up somewhere and chit chat. I would say over a beer, but we're not going to do it over a beer. We'll have a cup of coffee or a soda pop somewhere. Lou, less traffic and cops on 40, but more deer. You're right. You're absolutely right. It's a pleasant drive. Especially during the day, if it's light out, the 40 is so more scenic, if you will. It's a pleasant drive. You're not going to get overly tired. Is it as quick as 70? No. Will, we can get some soda. That sounds great, Will. No, the 40, the last several times, if I'm by myself, I'll take 70 because I don't care. But if I'm with somebody else, like my mom or something, taking her to the airport, she gets nervous on 70. So we usually take 40. Again, it's a nice drive. The road it's not bumpy at all. You see all kinds of different sights if you like looking around. Good night, Will. We'll see you, buddy. Let's hook up tomorrow sometime. You know how to get in touch with me. We'll do that. Okay. See you, buddy. Yeah, so I-70 is a pain, but I would assume, Chris, when you go back to Ohio, and for those who are listening right now, Chris lives in mid Ohio. I live on the other side of Indiana. I would assume you probably take 70 most of the way. I don't know if you get there driving from would be west to west to east, or east to west, either way. You can't take 465 to Cincy. 465 just goes around Indianapolis, so you can't take it. Maybe you take 65 to Cincy, and you take 465 around Indianapolis. You probably take 70 over to 465 down to 65 down to and then take it to Cincy. But yeah, 465 just goes around the city, and unless they changed it in the last 10 years, 465 does not go down to Cincy. And see, Chris, doesn't it merge to 65 off that exit at 275? I don't know which exit it merges to. Yeah, but 465 merges with 65, so it is not 465 anymore. It's 65. Right before the airport. Yeah, 70 goes into the airport and it runs into 465. It would be quicker for you. It also depends on the traffic. If you just keep on 70 until 70 hooks up with 65 and then take 65 from there. Going around 465 may be a little longer. And I don't know, because since all the new construction, I don't know. I'll have to ask my nephew about that because he lives in Indianapolis. So I'll have to ask him about that, or some of the folks. But I know when I lived there, yeah, you would take 70 over to 65, you merge it with that. But since you're going south, I don't know, I have to look at that. It could be, 6 of one, half dozen of the other, one of those kind of things. but I know in the last 2 years, at least, there's all kinds of traffic where 65 and 70 merged. But I do believe that merger, they built it all up, and it's a real nice interstate now. But I don't know. I hardly ever go there. All right. So that's that. And so you're close to Cincinnati. What I keep thinking you're closer to Columbus, but you're closer to Cincinnati. Huh. Interesting. Not that I plan on going anytime soon, but if I do, we'll definitely get together. One of those kind of things. And let's see here, watching some baseball scores and over there. Once again, I didn't have anything set that I was going to talk about tonight. Just wanted to get on and talk about the Transact card that I have, that I do market. For those who didn't see it before, that are on you. There you go, the Transact card. Now banking changes forever. Yes, it does change quite a bit. And this is a brand new thing because every so often something new comes, changes the entire industry. Give a great example. Uber. When Uber first started, people were looking like, what is Uber? And then all of a sudden Uber took over and it changed the entire industry. Absolutely, it did. Digital downloads changed the entire industry, right? Transact card is changing the entire industry. If you want to know more about it, let me know. All right, Lou, I avoid the traffic on 70. I'm about 25 minutes from Kings Island, 25 minutes south of Dayton. Okay. God, I haven't been to Kings Island in a long time. I would assume it's still fun, but I don't know. The last amusement park I went to was Santa Claus Land. And I don't even know, Holiday World here. Yeah, the Holiday World in Santa Claus Land. I loved it. It was great. Had a good time. So what are Z-Bucks? Is it like a choice of items? Do you get to use it for anything? Okay. All right. Chris, what a Z-Buck is, all right, you use the Transact card and you get Z-Bucks and you can use it in an ecosystem. Think of getting a credit card for and like an example I used earlier was Allegiant Airline, which I was thinking about getting a credit card for Allegiant Airline because I fly Allegiant all the time. And the points I accumulate with Allegiant, I can only use on Allegiant. Z-Bucks you use within the ecosystem of Transact card. And what I mean by the ecosystem is think Amazon, but within a different company. All right, there are hundreds, if not thousands, if not millions of SKUs inside this ecosystem, inside this Z-Buck platform, where you can buy stuff using your Z cards, your Z-Bucks. So, for instance, and I used this example earlier, if you get a pair of shoes, you're looking at a pair of shoes that cost $100 on Amazon, cost $100 at the store, cost $100 at the shoe manufacturer's website. The same shoe is going to be $100 in the Transact card Z-Buck ecosystem, if you will, in their store. But here's the cool part: you can use part of your Z-Bucks to buy down the price of that shoe. Okay, and so let's say you use 25 Z-Bucks to buy down that shoe to $75, and you buy it for $75 or even $50, whatever you can buy it down with. And the way you get Z-Bucks is you don't change your buying habits at all. You just do whatever you do naturally. All you're doing is changing the card you use for it. And for every dollar you spend with the card, you get $1 in Z-Bucks. So if you spend $1,000, you'll get 1,000 Z-Bucks to use in the ecosystem. My plan this year, because I've accumulated so much up until now, is I'm going to buy everything that I can for Christmas by using Z-Bucks as much as I can. So that's what the Z-Bucks are. I know quickly it's a crude way of going through it, but we can talk more, Chris, because if you use credit cards or debit cards at all, I'm telling you, this is the way to do it. It is the stuff going on is unbelievable. And here's the one of the coolest parts about it, because we are in the introductory period. When I say weeks, I'm part of the Transact card community. I have a digital branch office, as they call it. My home is my office where I can market the card. It is a one-time fee, $25 for lifetime of the card, up until we officially launch, which would be in November. Okay, this is a promo going on. After that, it'll be $25 a year. So I used the example of the Allegiant credit card I was going to get, because once again, I fly Allegiant when I fly. It would be $75 a year, every year, which is fine if that's what I want to do. But if you can get the card for a one-time $25 and that's it, even if you only use it, one time a year, it's going to help you out, because also on your anniversary date each year, they're going to give you 500 Z-Bucks, and you're going to get 500 Z-Bucks just for getting the car. So there you go. It's a win-win-win situation. Actually, when you think about it, if you put it in perspective of dollar per dollar on anything else out there, it is a no-brainer. $25, really? People complain that it costs $25, really? I know people who piss out $25 on a nightly basis. So $25 isn't that much. I saw a video today where a guy went to Taco Bell with his family, a family of 4, spending $45 at a Taco Bell. So don't tell me $25 is too steep for a lifetime membership, so to speak. All right, keep that in mind. All right, I can talk about this all night, but I'm not, because my drink is almost done, and I'm going to stop it here. But Chris, if you're still on, I hope you are. But hook me up, or hit me up, and let's talk more in depth about it. Go to the link that I posted earlier about it. Check it out. I'm not trying to get you to fork over your car or anything for that. It's $25 to get the card. Do the promo. I'm telling you. Chris, right. I had a hat today earlier myself. Huh? You had a, right. I had a hat. I had a hot today earlier myself. You had a hot today. I don't know what you mean by that, but you had something today. A hot toddy. Okay. You had a hot toddy. Gotcha. We got to talk about that, because I think you and I talked about that before. When I say talk, I mean we text back and forth exactly what a hot toddy was, because if I had one, I don't recall. Well, we'll get into that discussion another time. But yeah, Chris, check out the website I gave you, and I put up there earlier. And let's talk. If you want to, we can call each other, or we can talk through here or text. Yep. Tea Hunting Whiskey. There you go. Hey, Brad. What's up, bro? Hope you heard my little spiel about the card as well. It's something that might benefit you as well, buddy. And if you use cards. So one of those kind of things. All kinds of fun happening tonight, Brad. Been drinking, about done with this. And that's going to be about the extent of it for me this evening. And yeah, so things are going good. And this is a special Friday night popcorn and whiskey. You know what? I've been on here for 45 minutes now. If you guys weren't at the start, it was funny because I started talking, and you can go back and listen to the first 30 seconds. My microphone wasn't on. One of those kind of things where things just happen. You forget to turn your microphone on. But hey, Brad, I'll call you back in a few minutes. Okay, there you go. There you go. You guys chit chat. All right. I will let you guys go, and I'll stop it here. But appreciate everybody being on here this evening. And Drew, have a good time tomorrow night. I'm off to bed now. Okay, Chris, let's talk. Let's get this card for you, babes, and I'll get you hooked up. And we can chit chat more. All right. So, and I will stop it here for those watching. Appreciate everybody being here. This is Andrew. I am the face who runs the place. And this is Popcorn and Whiskey special Friday night edition. Okay. Rock star. There you go, Brad. Absolutely. Brad, you and I need to talk as well. All right. Go back and watch part of this video. You'll understand why, but you and I need to talk as well. Okay. I will stop it here. Guys, appreciate you being here. So until next time, this is me. Ciao.